sticking with my theme for video of the day. It is pretty hot out today. My wife actually, her mom was in the hospital, actually still is in the hospital, so she stayed with her mom last night at the hospital, and so it's not very usual or very common that we don't spend pretty much every day or every night at least together. So with her being gone yesterday and not seeing her at all, we're gonna pretty much go get something to eat for the night and kind of take it easy the rest of the day. I guess that way I don't have to sweat out in the garage since I don't have that great of ventilation out there. Maybe one of these days I'll get a porta-cool or something along those lines. So, but I figured I'd maybe kind of go over some of the more of the projects that I had in mind for, I guess, the future of the channel. Not that it really has been around that long, but you always gotta try and make plans, and I don't know necessarily. That way you always have something to aim for. And I guess a lot of times plans change, but I guess you don't have anything to work towards if you don't have a plan. I guess you could always wing it, but for me it's never seemed to work out that way. I end up procrastinating more, or kind of getting caught up in my own mind and just end up not doing anything. So I figured it'd be a good chance to maybe for me even to go back and be like, oh, this is what I was planning, But I've got plenty of work. I got people, not every day, but at least once a week, that are wanting me to work on their cars. So just normal basic work that'll hopefully help pay bills and allow me to have a little bit of extra money and get some more content for my own stuff. Like, I'd like to build a better workbench in the garage. So I don't know if you've priced out boards lately, but good quality wide boards aren't exactly cheap. Not that I couldn't buy a pre-made bench or something like that, but I don't know. I just like building my own. That way I know it's heavy duty and it's going to handle my abuse, and if it breaks, then I can't blame anybody but myself. That's one thing that I have planned. All the cars that I was talking about that I rambled off, there's another car possibly in the works that I just got done looking at. It's actually would kind of be like my winter beater and economy work car, just for the simple fact that this truck here doesn't get the greatest gas mileage, but a lot of that's my fault too. I got the big wheels and tires and everything, so it averages about 11.5 miles a gallon. Granted, I don't have a real far drive to work. I drive I think 15 and a half miles one way, so about 30 miles a day. I fill the truck up, once a week. On the weekends, I'll probably fill the truck up on a weekend driving around. So it's nice to have, though. I hated getting rid of my Challenger that I did have. I needed something to be able to haul cars with, like being able to go pick up Bruce's cars that I've worked on. Every single one of them that I've had up here, I've actually trailered, back and forth. So it's definitely helped in the aspect of being able to grow my own, business, but it's been able to help me be able to make more money on my own, really. So I can't hate on the truck. It really is. I've always had a truck around ever since I've been able to drive. Granted, there was always my grandpa's and great grandpa's trucks, so I've always had a truck there to rely on, and it's always been nice to be able to haul stuff and be able to follow my lifestyle of getting car parts and going and picking up cars and hauling cars and junking cars. It's just ever since I've been able to drive, I've always had access to a truck. So it's one of those things that it's kind of a staple of my life, lifestyle. So had to have it. Hated to get rid of the Challenger. Hopefully one of these days maybe I'll be able to get something else or upgrade to like a Hellcat or explore into something else. But I definitely would like to get a newer sports car or even a newer muscle car for that fact. I'm sure I'll have Scat Pack footage though or content, just for the simple fact that my dad picked up a 1320 Scat Pack. So I know he's already talking about doing an exhaust on it. So there's a good chance that we will be doing a little bit of content on maybe fabricating an exhaust for it. So that'll be something pretty cool. Maybe an intake or modifying, like doing the Hellcat intake box. Trying to think. S5 that needs an exhaust. That'll be coming up here shortly once I make a little bit of room. Sounds like I don't know if we're going to do catback or full. I think you might want to get rid of the cats, do an X-pipe, get a little bit creative, put free flowing mufflers on it, kind of make her pretty loud and bring it to life. The 535i that Bruce has as well, that'll be coming up for a turbo upgrade and full exhaust. We've actually got most of the exhaust stuff to fabricate at the house. That'll be coming up pretty shortly. Sounds like, depending on what's going on, we may be putting a carbon fiber hood on the 335. Still have the content left from that, finishing up the turbo kit. Possibly tomorrow, if not Sunday. Definitely when it's not going to be like in a convection oven out in the garage. So we still got the M Factory limited slip to put in. He's got some M3 control arms. I'm not sure exactly where they're going on the car. I have to figure that out yet, but I know there's a box of those parts there. It sounded like he was maybe had an upgraded oil cooling system. Not too sure what's involved in that, but sure that we'll be figuring it out here shortly. Lots of stuff that I can do. The SRT4, I think I covered pretty much everything on that. Pulling the engine gaskets, fix the exhaust leak, which we think is a cracked manifold. Upgraded turbo wastegate. Sounds like possibly having a cruise come in for a turbo. Not necessarily anything upgrade or performance, but still cool turbo related stuff. May do something on that. I don't know. It just depends on how involved it's going to get. If it involves pulling the turbo off and replacing it, because it has like the factory turbo fold like the BMW does, I'll probably do a short video on it. Just nothing too crazy boring or anything, but maybe a little bit of time lapse and go over what all was involved. It's always an idea. As soon as I heard about it today, that's the guy that called me, so I've got that lined up possibly. The Talon, wastegate upgrade on it, depending if it is indeed the diverter valve that is bad. I don't think we're going to get too crazy on the exhaust on the car, depending on how it sounds, because she did want it a little bit louder. I know that we're going to have to go through the front bumper. She's hit a few monster coons, and it ripped the fog light out on the driver's side, broke the bumper, so we may end up getting a new bumper for it. She had a little mishap a couple weekends ago and backed into a pole, so I may go through and maybe try and fix that. I don't know if I'll get too involved on bodywork with it, but maybe try and straighten out the best I can, because it did get into the quarter a little bit. I don't think it creased it, but it definitely is pretty close. So maybe go over that, pull the rear bumper off, kind of try and maybe like at home pull it out the best I can, straighten it out the best I can without getting too crazy. Then if it does need to be pulled, further apart and actually body worked and repainted, that's fine. It'll be just a future thing, because I would like to make it nice and something different for her, get it on coilovers, get it on some better wheels. Not that it needs to be lower, because her parents' driveway is kind of rough, and the monster raccoons that are around here, just animals in general, it seems like. But I'm trying to think what else here that we're gonna have going on. The black 2G, that one is probably gonna be a little bit later down the road. Not that I want it to be, but it's gonna be a pretty straightforward process for pull the car apart, pull the engine out, do what we have to do, and then finish putting it back together. We're putting a 6-volt into a 2G, so we're using the Kigley 6-volt into a 2G flex plate kit. So kind of go over the install on that. It's pretty straightforward, nothing crazy whatsoever. I'm pulling into the house here now, but definitely have that to do. The red 2G, fabbing intercooler pipes, going through wiring on it. Let's see, I'm buttoning up some interior stuff on it, fix the kind of fab a trunk pan, because the person that he got it off of had already cut the factory trunk pan out. I don't know if they were planning on making it into a race car or what they were doing, but let's see, sorry if I'm saying a lot, I know I do that, but I'm trying to just think off the top of my head without actually looking at notes. I say a lot. Let's see, the ARC-7, yeah, I want to do that, but that one's going to be special and near and dear to me. Maybe over the winter project. I know I want to start on the laser as well. Definitely want to start on the laser, get the engine bay painted. I kind of changed my plans, changed my color plans that I want to go with, changed the way that I want to build the car. I have huge goals, I guess. I want to try and make it to bigger shows, and I would like to not necessarily get featured in SEMA, which would be crazy if I could, but I'm not even trying to do anything on that level or expect to get to that level. But I would like to be able, I don't know, I'm gonna have to watch some more videos on how SEMA is and how it's laid out, but I definitely want to get my car there. Not necessarily has to be inside or anything like that, but I want to say there's a couple channels of guys, like, they have their cars sitting outside, but that would be an ultimate goal, to have a car like sitting outside of SEMA, showing, hopefully featuring, getting some sponsors, with the growth of the channel. It's not anything that I'm wanting to or expecting to be able to do, but it's a goal that I want to try and do. I guess if so, then I'll document the entire way trying to get there, what I need to do. It'd be crazy for like the not the Young Guns build off, but I think they do like some kind of Battle of the Builders. That would be crazy to do, but maybe try and find a way to get into that or see what's required. I don't think you have to have a huge company or anything. You just have to have something that's sponsored, or work with a company that has a booth at SEMA, I think, from what I've read. But that's kind of not an end goal, but it is a definite, how do I want to put it? Like, even if I don't get to it, I want to build the car as if I am going to be able to, if that makes sense. Like, I want to be on that level of quality, that kind of state of mind to build on that level. So I don't know, I think it's motivating, and it'll help me grow as a builder, and I really have a lot of what I feel are good ideas on quality and like attention to detail on a car that isn't mainstream. It is and it isn't. Like, everybody knows about the 2Gs, and they're desirable, but they're not on the level of other imports that are, worldwide known, just for the fact of, like, for instance, the Mark IV Supras, and like everybody knows those. Anything like video wise that has Supra related in it has, I don't want to say millions of views, but it has tons and tons of views just from the word Supra. So, not that I don't know, it's nice to be able to work and afford a platform like that, and I would like to, exceed and excel and get to work on vehicles of that caliber, but I'm not by any means expecting to, but it's definitely a goal that I'm trying to work towards. I guess it's trying to always move forward on my own. Like, some people and it sounds bad because, like, I don't, trying to say it without being like cocky sounding, because I'm not, I'm really reserved, but there's friends that I have or people that I know that would say that where I'm at in life is like goals. Like, that's like their dream where I'm at, but it's like I feel like I'm slacking. I'm, in my opinion, in my mind, like, I feel like I should be way further. I should be 10 years ahead of where I'm at right now. I've got people see me in a new truck, and I've got a lift in the garage, and working on all these cars and stuff. But in my opinion, it's like the truck bills, the lift bills, the house that has the garage bills. So, I mean, I have to work this job that brings in all this, not all this money, but, a full-time, pretty decent paying job to pay for these bills. And the working on the cars is like, what I want to do full-time eventually. But it is, right now it's a few hours a day here, and not here and there, but this week is really me getting back into a groove and actually working towards getting stuff accomplished and getting projects done. As you can see, I have all that list of cars that I rattled off that I've acquired for people, and just kind of was unmotivated, I guess, and the videos really helped me to push myself and get out into the garage. Not like today, where it's probably an extremely miserable time being out there, and but I've been out there the past 4 days in a row, got quite a bit done, in my opinion, for working 10 hours and then coming home, doing what I have to do, and then going out to the garage. So I'm extremely happy if I could do, 4 days out of a week, 5 days out of a week in the garage. That's, I can accomplish quite a bit. I can get my schedule done. It's another thing that we did. We actually, me and my wife sat down and made a handwritten schedule to show, what I need to do. Granted, like I say, plans change, but if you have something to kind of follow, use as a guideline to try and aim and set goals for, then you're more apt to stick to that and get it done. So just one of those things where, I guess rambling on, but that's a little bit of goals and aspirations in myself and the way that I see things versus the way that other people see me. Not that I'm anybody or anything like that, but just the kind of, I don't really get to talk a whole lot to anybody about it. Not that I don't want to, I'm busy, I work a lot, so this kind of ultimately helps me not get stuff off my chest, but just put it out there. So it's nice to, just talk about it. Anybody that wants to listen, I guess. So that's just kind of goals and aspirations that I have right now at the moment. Even if I'm still doing this a year from now, which I hope I am, I can look back and see what I was thinking and how, what I had in mind. And if I feel like I'm, still dragging my feet or, not excelling, not getting as far as I want to, or if I do, make my goals, reach my goals quicker than I think, then I can look back and be like, look at where you were a year ago versus now. So I don't know. We'll see. It's pretty exciting either way to record the videos and put stuff out there. I guess this will probably pretty much be the video for today, just kind of to keep me in the rhythm and build a schedule and stay on top of things and keep to the videos like I want to. This will kind of keep me going, and hopefully everybody will still watch along, and hopefully we make a lot of progress. That's the end plan. And I can, not that I don't want to work on people's cars, I think it's really going to bring me a lot of content for right now, because I can't afford, all this stuff that's going on. If it wasn't for Bruce and, Casey and Jonathan and Clay, the guys that, have their cars here. Austin's going to have one of his car. Matt, possibly my dad's car. Without all those people, I wouldn't have content. So I'm really thankful for that, and that's why I really want to take advantage of the situation and just hopefully make it work. If not, I'm not mad. I just think that I need to be putting the content out there for the fact that I can, I think I have good ideas or goals, and try to stay true to that stuff, I'm just kind of rambling on, but trying to think of a way to put it into perspective for everybody that's not confusing, or maybe I sound dumb, but it's just one of those things where I try and stick to something, and I'm one that once I start on something, I kind of I stick to it, where I kind of almost become obsessed and try and finish things or make it the best that I can. So my personality or whatever, I guess. So, but yeah, I'm done rambling on. I'm gonna go in and kind of get ready. I think we're gonna go out to supper, enjoy being in the air conditioning, maybe enjoy hanging out with the dogs for the night. So I guess this will end this little video on about 25 minutes. So I think it'll turn out all right. I just gotta stay positive and not get down, and that's the thing. Like, I'm not expecting views. I'm not expecting subscribers. It's just more on, I feel that if I put the content out there, that it'll keep me motivated for the subscribers that I do have, and kind of to keep content. I know a lot of my subscribers are friends, but it's cool for when they can't be here, they can still see what's going on and experience it when they, wish that they could be here. So to me, it's motivation, keeps me going, and I don't know, it's fun. So, but yeah, I'm excited. I look forward to what the rest of the summer brings, and I definitely think content-wise, I got the rest of the summer and a lot of the fall, probably winter. I mean, I've got it all covered. So, planning on keeping on like Joe Dirt, I guess. So, I guess I'll see everybody tomorrow. I'm gonna stick to it. So, we'll see you guys.